Hello everyone, welcome to this week's reading vlog. I'm gonna see how much I could read this week. This is my very first time doing a full reading vlog, like read with me for a week, everything that I read in a week. I'm really excited about it. I am definitely going to be posting a lot more on YouTube, so definitely subscribe. Let's just say I have a lot more time on my hands now, so I'm really excited about it. And I already have so many videos in the works, so many fun trips coming up. I'm definitely gonna be posting a lot about books, reading vlogs, reading recaps, everything like that, but I'm also gonna be doing more about like my daily life, behind the scenes, everything that I do. I just want to start vlogging. God forbid a girlie just wants to vlog her life and just, you know, have videos of her life to show her kids one day. I'm really excited about it, so subscribe. Today is Sunday and it's just been gloomy and rainy all day and I have been not in the mood to really do anything. Like, it's the perfect day to just sit at home and rot and read for a bit, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm currently reading Finding Grace. I'm really liking it so far and I'm about halfway done with it. It is pretty much unlike anything that I've ever read before. It has the craziest twist in the very first chapter, which immediately hooked me in. It touches a lot on grief and infertility and relationships, and it's pretty sad, but like in the best way possible. I'm really invested in the characters and the plot so far, and I'm really excited to just sit down and read a bunch more. Let's see how much I can get through today. Like I said, I'm on chapter 10, which is almost halfway, and I'm hoping to finish it by either today or tomorrow. So we'll see if that happens. I'm also currently listening to Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. I don't know if you guys saw on my TikTok, but I'm doing a little series ranking the new romance books that are being released this year, and I'm calling it Emily's Summer Romance Quest. I'm basically reading 8 of the new romance releases of 2025, and I'm ranking them from best to worst so that you guys are able to know which ones are worth your time, which ones maybe you should skip. I've read 3 of them so far, and I think my ranking is pretty good. I don't know exactly what chapter I'm on now because I'm listening to the audiobook and I haven't updated the paperback yet, but let's just say it's not gonna be my favorite, and I already know that. I guess going into it, I didn't know that this was such a big age gap couple, and it just seems like every other sentence is just reminding us how he is so much older than she is. He's basically a grandpa, he's basically a dinosaur, he's so old and elderly, his bones don't work anymore, and she's just like a young child who's so much younger than him, and they're just like in different points of their life. And I'm like, why do you keep bringing it up? Because it's just taking me out of the relationship and out of the story, and I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. Then I went on Goodreads, and this has so many good reviews, especially from people that I'm friends with on Goodreads. Everybody was rating it like a 4.5 or a 5 star, so I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know, that's my initial thought. Also, I might need to switch back to the paperback after I finish this one, because the audiobook, the male main character's voice in the audiobook is just not my favorite. The character is actually from Ireland, so the narrator has a very heavy Irish accent, which usually is fine, but I don't know. He sounds like an old Irish man and I'm not really loving it. So I think I would like it a lot better if I was reading the paperback, but even then, I don't know. I'm gonna read some more of this and then I will check in with you later. Wednesday. I'm about to go on a walk and hopefully finish the audiobook for Finding Grace. I'm almost done with that book and I'm loving it so far, so I'm really excited to finish it. I actually finished Problematic Summer Romance yesterday, and if I'm being honest, I do not understand the hype. I don't get it. I had quite a few issues with this one. I honestly just couldn't get past the age gap. And don't get me wrong, I am not a hater of the age gap trope. One of my favorite books of all time, Heartless by Elsie Silver, is an age gap and I loved it. If it's done right, then it could be really good, but I just don't think this is done right. Like I mentioned, they just talked about it in every single chapter over and over and over again on how big of an age gap they are, cracking jokes here and there on how old he is and how young she is, and it just really took me out of the relationship. It was just creepy. I will say that the setting of this is very summery. It takes place in a really beautiful villa on the coast of Italy, which literally perfect setting. Like, it makes me want to book a trip to Italy and just sit out on the sun and read a book. But it is dual timeline, so not every single chapter takes place at the villa. So it jumps back and forth here and there, so only about half the chapters take place there. Regardless, I thought the setting was really beautiful. I posted my thoughts on this book on my TikTok, and a lot of people were agreeing with me, which made me feel a little bit better. But then I see other TikTokers posting about it, and everybody in the comments are saying how much they loved it. I think there's just very mixed reviews on this book, and honestly, it kind of put me off on reading more of Ali Hazelwood's books. But a lot of people were saying to try either Love Theoretically or Love on the Brain, I believe. I don't know, but this was my very first Ali Hazelwood book. I do think her writing has a lot of potential. I just don't know where to start. So if you guys have recommendations on which book you guys think I might like, let me know in the comments. But as for this one, I rated it a 2.5 stars on Fable and a 3 stars on Goodreads. If I wasn't doing the summer reading quest, I probably would have DNF'd this. It honestly kind of felt like a chore trying to finish it, so I'm probably gonna forget everything about it, besides the age gap. Anyways, I got the audiobook for Finding Grace. I've been having kind of a busy week, so I haven't been reading as much, and I'm really hoping to finish it today. I'm 70% through now, and I only have 3.5 hours left, and I typically listen to it in 2 times speed, so realistically speaking, I can probably finish it today. But I'm gonna go on a walk and listen to the audiobook, and we'll see how much we get through. Thursday, and I started one of my most anticipated reads of 2025 last night, and can you tell it's not letting me down? Less than 24 hours and I'm halfway through the book. This is Annabelle Monaghan's new release. It's called It's a Love Story, and honestly, did I read the synopsis before going into it? No. But did I know I was going to eat it up? Yes. Last year, one of my favorite romance books of the entire year was Annabelle Monaghan's new release for 2024 called Summer Romance. If you guys have been following me on TikTok, I actually did a challenge reading that book where I read it from start to finish in one day while walking on a treadmill to see how many steps and how many miles it would take for me to finish a book. That was the craziest challenge I've ever done, and I've kind of been wanting to do it again. And I kind of wish I did it with this one because it's so fast paced. It's yet another one that I feel like I could finish in one sitting. But unfortunately, I did have to sleep last night, so I wasn't able to finish it in one go. But I kind of have a feeling that I'm gonna be finishing it tonight. The main character, Jane Jackson, was on America's 5th favorite sitcom when she was a kid. I guess she has like a really popular meme about her that whenever people see her out in public and they recognize her, they make her do like the face and make her make the sound. She's still recognized to this day for that, but she's not in the industry anymore. She no longer acts, she no longer sings, so people don't always recognize her. Present day Jane actually works in Hollywood producing movies. The current project that she's working on, she's working really close alongside this guy named Dan, and the executive producers do not think that this movie is going to do well, so they're pretty much saying like, hey, this isn't gonna work. Jane ends up confessing that she's really close friends with this big celebrity singer, pop star, superstar guy who she actually worked with when she was a kid, but only for like 24 hours, so she hasn't seen him since she was like 14 years old. Now that she told the producers that, basically the only way for them to make this movie is if they get this guy to write the soundtrack for the movie, because that's the only way they think they'll sell tickets. So now she's kind of stuck in a pickle because she doesn't know this man. She tries calling up his agent and was like, hey, me and Jack are friends. And the agent was like, hey, Jack doesn't know who you are. So Jane and Dan make it their life mission to find this guy and get him onto the movie. They find out that he has a show in Long Island. Dan is actually from Long Island. So they fly across the country and basically try and find this guy. While they're staying in Long Island, they're actually staying with Dan's family. And this is probably my favorite part of the book, is the found family aspect. Jane's father passed away when she was 5 years old, so it's always just been her and her mother. Dan has a really big family with lots of brothers, a really sweet mom, a really accepting dad. It's my favorite part of the book so far. It's very much found family, and she loves spending time with all of the people and just being surrounded by so many people. It's also a slow burn. Not much has happened between them, but I can see that they're starting to get feelings for each other, which is really fun. But I do think this is a really good summer read so far. Like I said, it goes really, really fast. They've been going to the beach a lot. It's a slow burn. It's quick to get through. I don't know, I'm really loving it. And I've been seeing nothing but amazing reviews about this book. This is book 5 of Emily's Summer Reading Quest. So this one has potential to be really high up on my ranking, and I'm really excited about it. If things end up continuing the way that they're going now, I have a feeling this is gonna be a very highly rated book on my end. But let's continue reading.
Tears in my eyes afterward. I don't know how to explain it to him, but he's not gonna say. I know what my problem is, or knows to know.
been a few days since I finished Finding Grace and I think I'm ready to talk about it. This is the type of book that I think you just need to sit with your feelings for a bit after you finish it because you're like, what did I just read? And that's exactly how I felt. Like, what did I just read? This book is specifically interesting because the synopsis does not give a lot about what the book is going to be about. But as soon as you finish the first chapter, you will get a better grasp about kind of the whole setup and the plot and the narration of the whole story, which is so interesting because I want to talk about it, but I also don't want to spoil it for you guys. So I have to figure out that fine line between talking about the synopsis and not spoiling it because this book was genuinely unlike anything that I've ever read. And I don't necessarily say that in like an amazing way or a bad way. It's just so unique to any other book. And that is specifically because of the point of view of the narrator. It is just very unique, to say the least. I wish I could tell you why, but you're just gonna have to read it. If you read the very first chapter and maybe the next couple of chapters, you'll understand what I'm talking about, which I thought was really cool because I have never read a plot twist so early on in a book. The themes of this book are loss, grief, infertility, fatherhood, motherhood, parenthood in general, and a very, very, very unique family dynamic. It is very much a character-driven contemporary fiction book with a subplot of romance, but if you're looking for a romance book, this is not going to be for you. It is very, very character-driven, and also a lot of the times it was very, very sad. There was lots of lies and lots of drama, but honestly, at the end of the day, I really, really adored this book, which is honestly very surprising for me because the themes in this book are kind of my biggest fears ever. The family in this book is Honor the mom, Chloe the daughter, and Tom the dad. Honor has been struggling with infertility and wanting to conceive another baby because she wants 2 kids of her own, but as of right now, she just has Chloe. Like I said, chapter 1, the biggest plot twist happens, which is why I really can't share anything past chapter 1, but trust me, if these topics intrigue you, then definitely pick this up. I really liked it. Overall, I think it was a solid 4-star read. Recently, I've been loving contemporary fiction books, so I loved it. I didn't mind the character-driven aspect of it. If you're not too big into literary fiction books and character-driven plots, then maybe this one wouldn't be for you. However, like I said, chapter 1 is crazy. How many times am I going to mention chapter 1? But it's definitely worth giving it a shot. I have also finished It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan. As I mentioned, this is one of my most anticipated reads of 2025, so I was really, really excited to finally start this one. And I'm not gonna lie, I finished this almost a week ago and I have not thought about it one time. Which is strange because when I was reading it, I was really enjoying it. My favorite part about the book was the found family aspect. Jane grew up just with her mother because her father passed away when she was 5 years old. And Dan, on the other hand, has tons of brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, loving, supporting parents. So when Jane was staying with them, I just loved how welcoming and adorable it was. I love a found family trope. I love it. But I don't know, I feel like the romance of this kind of came out of nowhere and I was more interested on if they were gonna find this guy to make the soundtrack for the movie and how the movie was gonna play out. Like, I feel like one chapter they weren't talking and then the next they were like in love, which I don't always love in a book. I actually never loved that in a book. But at the end of the day, Annabelle Monaghan's writing is so good. There were so many times where I was laughing out loud. I finished the book in like 24 hours because her books are always so quick and easy to get through. I just feel like the middle chunk personally was not my favorite because I'm like, how did we get here? Definitely not my favorite by Annabelle Monaghan, but also not my least favorite. I've only read 3. Summer Romance would be number 1. This would probably be number 2. And Nora Goes Off Script would be number 3. And I haven't read the other book. Anyways, I think I settled on like a 3.5, 3.75 on this one. Like I said, I haven't thought about it since I finished it last week, but also I had a really good time when I was reading it. And I think it would be a really good book to read on the beach in the summer because a few scenes did take place on the beach in Long Island, which I thought was so summery, so atmospheric. I would love to know your guys' thoughts if you guys have read this one. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews on it and I'm kind of right there in the middle. So let me know your thoughts if you guys have read this one or any of her books because it definitely wasn't amazing, but it also wasn't horrible. It is officially the end of the week and I feel like I had a pretty decent reading week. I know all 3 of these books are fairly new releases, but I would love to know if you guys have read them yet and what your guys' thoughts were. What did you guys rate them? Did you agree or disagree with anything that I said? As I mentioned, this is my very first weekly reading vlog and I had a really fun time making it. But I'm definitely planning on doing a lot more book videos and reading videos in general. I have some really fun ideas planned and I'm really excited about it. Oh my god, do you guys want to see what my cats are doing right now? Hold on. Quiet on set, guys. Oh. If you guys also have cats, do they act the same way mine do? Because I feel like they're playing, but I also sometimes feel like they're fighting. It's kind of scary. Anyways, I would love to know if you guys have any suggestions on videos that you guys want to see from me. Also, what length of video do you guys like to see? Because I don't want to make them too long where people don't want to watch, but I personally love booktube videos that are like 30 minutes long. So I will make videos that are 30 minutes long if that's what people want to see. But if you guys like shorter videos, I will definitely stick to the shorter videos. I just kind of want to gauge what you guys like to see. So let me know. I swear I refresh my channel every single day and I see 1 more view on my video and I get so excited. It would genuinely mean the world to me if you guys would like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!